11. Page 99. Vocabulary Preview. 1. Year. 2. Month. 3. Week. 4. Day. 5. Weekend. 6. Morning. 7. Afternoon. 8. Evening. 9. Night. Page 100. How often? Listen to the model.
How often does your boyfriend call you? He calls me every night.
Do exercises 1 through 9. You will hear the correct line after you speak. We'll begin. 1.
How often do you use your computer?
I use it every day.
2.
How often do you write to your son?
I write to him every week.
3.
How often do you clean your windows?
I clean them every month.
4.
How often do you visit your aunt in Minnesota?
I visit her every year.
5.
How often do you wash your car?
I wash it every weekend.
6.
How often do your grandchildren call you? They call us every Sunday.
7.
How often does your boss say hello to you? She says hello to me every morning.
8.
How often do you feed the animals?
I feed them every afternoon.
9.
How often do you think about me?
I think about you all the time.
Page 101. She usually studies in the library. Listen to the model.
Does Carmen usually study in her room? No, she rarely studies in her room. She usually studies in the library.
Do exercises 1 through 6. You will hear the correct line after you speak. We'll begin. 1.
Does Linda usually eat lunch in her office?
No, she rarely eats lunch in her office. She usually eats lunch in the cafeteria.
2.
Does Alan always watch the news after dinner?
No, he never watches the news after dinner. He always watches game shows.
3.
Does Diane sometimes read the National Star?
No, she never reads the National Star. She sometimes reads Time magazine.
4.
Does Henry usually wash his car on Sunday?
No, he rarely washes his car on Sunday. He usually washes his car on Saturday.
5.
Does your girlfriend usually jog in the evening?
No, she sometimes jogs in the evening. She usually jogs in the afternoon.
6.
Does your neighbor's dog always bark during the day?
No, it never barks during the day. It always barks at night.
Page 102. We have noisy neighbors. Listen to the model.
Do you have quiet neighbors?
No, we have noisy neighbors.
Do exercises 1 through 8. You will hear the correct line after you speak. We'll begin. 1.
Do you have a sister?
No, I have a brother.
2.
Does this store have an elevator?
No, it has an escalator.
3.
Does your daughter have straight hair?
No, she has curly hair.
4.
Does your son have brown hair?
No, he has blonde hair.
5.
Do you and your husband have a dog? No, we have a cat.
6.
Does your baby boy have blue eyes? No, he has brown eyes.
7.
Do Mr. and Mrs. Hill have a satellite dish?
No, they have an old TV antenna.
8.
Does your grandmother have a car?
No, she has a motorcycle.
Page 103. On your own. Very different. Listen.
My brother and I look very different. I have brown eyes, and he has blue eyes. We both have brown hair, but I have short curly hair, and he has long straight hair. I'm tall and thin. He's short and heavy. As you can see, I don't look like my brother. We look very different.
My sister and I are very different. I'm a teacher. She's a journalist. I live in Miami. She lives in London. I have a large house in the suburbs. She has a small apartment in the city. I'm married. She's single. I play golf. She plays tennis. I play the piano. She doesn't play a musical instrument. On the weekend, I usually watch videos and rarely go out. She never watches videos and always goes to parties. As you can see, we're very different, but we're sisters and we're friends.
Page 103. How to say it. Reacting to information. Listen.
Tell me about your sister. She's a journalist. She lives in London. Oh, really? That's interesting.
Close friends. Our friend Greta is an actress. We see her when she isn't making a movie in Hollywood. When we get together with her, she always tells us about her life in Hollywood as a movie star. Greta is a very close friend. We like her very much. Our friend Dan is a scientist. We see him when he isn't busy in his laboratory. When we get together with him, he always tells us about his new experiments. Dan is a very close friend. We like him very much. Our friends Bob and Carol are famous television news reporters. We see them when they aren't traveling around the world. When we get together with them, they always tell us about their conversations with presidents and prime ministers. Bob and Carol are very close friends. We like them very much. Unfortunately, we don't see Greta, Dan, Bob, or Carol very often. In fact, we rarely see them because they're usually so busy. But we think about them all the time.
Page 105. Listening. Listen to the conversations. Who and what are they talking about? 1.
How often do you visit him?
I visit him every week.
2.
How often do you wash them?
I wash them every year.
3.
Do you write to her very often?
I write to her every month.
4.
Is it broken?
Yes, I'm fixing it now.
5.
How often do you see them?
I see them every day.
6.
How often do you use it?
I use it all the time.
7.
When does he wash it?
He washes it every Sunday.
8.
Do you see him very often?
No, I rarely see him.
9.
Do you study with them very often?
Yes, I study with them all the time.
Page 106. Pronunciation. Deleted H. Listen, then say it.
I visit her every year. I write to him every week. We see her very often. She calls him every month.
Say it, then listen.
I visit him every year. I write to her every week. We see him very often. He calls her every month.